a Toe Jam and Earl code this morning.
Oh, $15 now.
I just missed it.
You silly goose.
Yeah. Bow, 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 bow. Sean Capri tweets, would you guys like to play Jackbox Party Pack 6 on stream? No, Sean.
I would.
I don't like to play games.
That's true.
Fun.
That's true.
Are you going to get Ring Fit Adventure?
Hell no. Sounds like something like, I'm going to get ring fit, you know? Just get ring fit. How fit? Ring fit. Like it's a level of fitness.
Like cock ring fit?
Ooh. I fit in all cock rings. Because my penis is shush man.
Wow, we're really we're hitting that mark in pre-show, eh?
Hell yeah, dude. All the good stuff's in pre-show. Pre-show.
What do you think about Outer Worlds?
I heard it's in space with the Fallout.
You think it's gonna have like that Fallout jank to it?
I think it's gonna be better than Fallout 76.
And do the Fallout jank. I mean, my left testicle is
I think it's gonna be good.
Less than Fallout 76. Fallout 76, good.
Is that the big one or the small one?
The one that descends
the higher,
lower. Yeah. Mine kind of go, this way.
Depending on how you're feeling. It's like a mood ring.
Sometimes it like wraps around. You're like, how does that happen? You gotta,
that's called testicular torsion. Look at
I ain't having no more kids.
Who needs surgery?
All right, how about some havoc?
The song's called There Is No Law Here.
There is no law here, priest. Welcome to Pre-Show. This is Fluxtaposed Pre-Show. We're going to do a podcast here in a couple minutes. Get some time for the cool kids to join the chat. We got some sweet beats. We think they're cool. No one else does.
Pre-show.
If you just saw this pop up in your feed and you didn't join, fuck you.
It's true.
If you did join, you're awesome.
Someone joined. 1 viewers. That's probably
me.
Hello.
Oh, you.
you.
Users in chat? Yep, it's me. That's depressing.
It's me.
I will say this. It was fun.
It's me, you turds.
To like do an offline podcast again, where you can just
be yourself.
Just not have to worry about the stream. Like, not that like the stream is a thing, but like you kind of have to be mindful of chat, and you want to respond to people in chat.
It's true.
And do that. But then like, even though you don't make it a big deal, though, like when you look in, like, let's face it, we're not crazy popular. We're not going to have like 10 people in chat. But when you look and it's like just now and it's just you and I, Tom Servo was secretly there. But when we thought it was just you and I, you're like, emo.
I'm not. I'm pretending.
People only showed up when we gave away free stuff.
It's true.
Hey, come in live chat tonight. We'll give you something.
Well, it's only free stuff if they pay us money. So technically, it's not really.
That's why I'm glad Dan Anthony's won a whole bunch.
Sean Capri. He's in the chat.
The master.
Hype.
Lucas, you should have been Torgo for Halloween, not Luigi.
Oh, I would really love to have to explain that to my wife. Okay, who are you? Let's be honest. If I'm going to be anybody, I want to be Manos.
Well, when you explain it to her, you can try to do the creepy grope.
Oh. What's creepy about it?
Sean, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, you just got a super sweet discount so you can go support super sweet creators. So don't even give me that hard time. Plus, the exchange rate's getting better. The loon is strengthening. The dollar is weakening. And UN Squadron. That is all.
Is
we
top-down
are
shooter.
one of the few podcasts that acknowledge that UN Squadron exists. Okay?
It's true.
That alone puts us in echelons above.
Alone.
Okay.
Forever alone.
All right.
You want to do this?
Fine. Yeah, let's just do it.
It's already 8:30. Jesus. Get me out of here.
I gotta get to know. You better, baby. Welcome back to another episode of Fluxtaposed. I am Jason Lacey, and I'm joined by my good friend Lucas Andrew Rose.
And I'm joined by this beer.
My only friend, beer. If we ran Nintendo Acknowledges UN Squadron, I would listen to that podcast. Welcome to another episode of Fluxtaposed. This is the 284th. Yes, 284 episodes. Can you believe it? I can't. And I think that is swell. I think it's really cool.
I think it's really cool. Hey, guys.
Insert that kid's gif that I can't think of his name. Thumbs up, computer kid.
Thumbs up,
GIF.
Ryan. We'll call him
Thumbs
Ryan.
up,
He
Ryan.
looks like a Ryan. And it's easy to say. And I like the taste.
I don't know. What about it? I think he could be like a Zach. Kinda looks like a
Ooh,
Zach.
it is 90s, prime 90s.
You know Zach Morris' phone and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really?
I'm going to say yes on this one.
Wow. Welcome to the show. I'm thrilled that you're listening. Maybe you're listening. Maybe you're watching live at twitch.tv/Fluxtaposed. We stream it every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m.-ish. It's a good time. We've got a Discord server, much like every other single content creator on the internet. Oh my God, you guys. But I still like you for you to join. It's at fluxtaposed.com/Discord. A sweet invite.
It's free to join. You join us, you mute the server.
We don't make you sign up on Patreon just to get access. We don't do that.
Whoa, that's true.
However, we do put the dick pics hidden behind the Patreon channel. So if you want to see Lucas's sweaty dick pics, you gotta pledge your
freshly
allegiance
laundered
to the Legion. But now's a great time to join the Fluxtaposed Discord because Thursday, the 24th. I mean, if you're listening to this on the day it releases, tomorrow, we got a Fluxtaposed watch along.
Yeah, we do.
Coming in hot. A little Amazon Prime streaming of, what is it? Soul Taker? Is that
he's a soul taker
with
ball
like,
breaker.
He's become the meta of Fluxtaposed watch alongs. Robert
Zidane. Zidane is the Zaman.
Can you give me a little word of that freestyle of Soul Taker? That was good.
Soul taker, ball breaker, a heartbreaker. Don't you mess around. No.
Dan the Watcher. What's up, Dano?
Dan the man. Man on the streets.
Man on the
Eye in the
street.
sky.
Dan the effing man. Oil tanker. Gonna break around watching Soul Taker. Come on.
Big Baker. Got a lot of money.
You just do like that Matt Stone, Trey Parker.
Yeah.
Come on. Rhythm Mickey. Come on.
Top
You just
notch
do that.
acting.
I mean,
Gary.
this is great podcasting.
We need to watch
Everybody.
that again, by the way. I've been feeling that lately.
I don't know the last time I watched Team America World Police. That's an amazing
The last time I watched Team America was in the theater with you. If you can
haven't
believe
watched
it.
How was that possible? I had it on DVD. We never watched it.
No,
in
we don't do
apartment?
things together.
No, when we lived together.
No, because we were into new things. We didn't want to go back and watch old things. And I may have seen some clips, some like
We were into new things
extended. I remember
hammered.
the extended doll sex scene or whatever, and the barfing and everything. But I haven't seen the whole movie in quite some time.
Dorito!
Dude,
It's his birthday soon.
it's all our favorite people all in one place.
He's gonna be 21.
Oh my gosh. What a lucky boy.
What words of wisdom do you have for Deuterino on the cusp of 21hood?
Okay. Enjoy being excited about alcohol now, because when you turn like 27, you're just like, oh, do I really want to drink again? Yeah, I'm going to.
I'm going to rejoin the chat real quick because you're like roboting on me and I don't know why. I'll be right back.
He needs to improve his internet connection. Jeez. What a garbo. What a garbo face. Yeah, that's my thing is like, after a while drinking is just meh. You feel like shit afterward and you tell yourself never again.
There we go.
Never
That's
again.
better.
So enjoy it now.
Never again.
Or
never again.
If you don't drink, then enjoy your time without children. I love my children, but damn, I don't have any. Or if you don't plan on having children, then I don't have any advice for you. I can't identify with you as a person.
Just play all the video games.
All the video games.
Call in sick to work and play all the video games.
Ooh, Tom Servo's got a good one. Check yourself for testicular cancer regularly. As Tom Green once said, squeeze your balls, please your balls, so that you don't get cancer. I do
That
it in the
last part
shower.
rhymes.
It is. It's a whole song. Do you remember the song?
I'm particularly fond of the Tom Green hit Crotch Bat.
Crotch bat.
Crotch, bag my crotch. Yeah, this is the one where he like had this like the suit they would wear for like canine training, like this
God,
huge,
yes.
completely padded suit, and then they had like a Nerf bat, and he would just have this guy come up and hit him repeatedly in the crotch, and he would stand there, crotch, bang my crotch.
Oh my! Apparently that was on Saturday Night Live. Nerf crotch bat.
Oh, I'm mixing the two up. The Nerf crotch bat was something else, but he did have a crotch.
I
bat
remember him
song
in the
as well.
song or in the
Yeah,
suit.
the Nerf crotch bat was like I think Adam Sandler, of course,
All
is in
right,
it.
let's see if
and-
this is let's see
we
if
get
this is
audio?
worth it. Yeah, it's NBC's site, so it's probably.
Mm.
Sorry, we can't play this video in its intended
streaming live, the
experience.
Peacock. It's the #1 streaming network coming to the online world everywhere. Buy it, do it.
Oh,
We've got The
my
Office, except we don't.
God. No, I can't because they recognized. They better recognize that I have a ad blocker, and so it
Oh.
can't show me the advertisements.
You have to log in with your cable subscription and give us your firstborn social security number.
Tom Green Show crotch game. Is that what you're
Crotch
talking
game.
about?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
All right. Well, we tried. Thanks, NBC.
Another fun hit for that time of my life
The
was
Bum Bum song is good.
Nutball from Jackass.
Oh God, Nutball.
They sat in a circle in their skivvies and they threw like this rubber ball at each other and tried to like
Bounce on their
nuts.
genitalia. Mm.
And whoever couldn't stomach the pain, you're out.
I feel like as you were describing that, you're like kind of died a little bit inside. And like,
I mean, Andy Junta and I played it a couple times. I mean, not in the underwear, but I mean,
well, then did you really play it?
We played other games in our underwear, but you know.
Tickle.
Now's a great time to mention that we do have, much like everyone else also, I have to mention, we do have a Patreon, Fluxtaposed.com. Basically, can't even say my URL right. Patreon.com/Fluxtaposed. And I do want to bring attention because like now is the better time than ever. Because I think now I feel like we finally have, not that there wasn't anything there for people, but I think a lot of people joined various Patreon campaigns for content creators because they just want to support the people they like. And, you know, it's not for what you get out of it. You know, you want to give to people that you dig and want to help out. But now I feel like we finally have a catalog there that it's like, it's almost worth the $1 a month now. I really
almost, yeah.
You get early access to Fluxtaposed Radio. You get to vote on the Fluxtaposed Radio musical selections.
Mhm.
You get early access to like the Fluxtaposed AMA, which is the thing. But now you get some discount on Flux to Swag too. But now finally we have a Legion specific Patreon exclusive podcast that's once a month. It debuted last week Friday, Fluxtaposed Safe Space, which I think was a riveting first episode, which was I found very enjoyable to do. So middle of every month, you can look forward to a new episode dropping into your patron exclusive Legion exclusive feed, Safe Space. So Safe Space, I hope you guys that have been able to dig it. And I hope some more people are like, you know what? They've been talking about this show for like 6 months. It only took them 6 months to do this one podcast. Maybe I'll pay them $1 and then cancel immediately to check it out. I hope you do. You should try it. You might like it.
I agree with everything you said.
Good.
That was
Dan,
some
no
good
sleeping in the
commercials.
chat. It's only like 5:40 in the afternoon out there. And your team is very good at football, and our team is very not good at football.
It's true. No
We got
matter how
killed. We got killed. We got taken behind the pizza ranch and beaten
Ooh.
out by Mr. Kirk Cousins.
Dip ran all the ranch.
I hear he's building quite a mansion out in Holland area. West
I
Michigan.
think Holland is just filled with mansions.
Here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker.
Matt Prater.
No, he's a quarterback, but the kicker of the story is a guy I work with lives in the area, and he was talking to like a contractor that was actually working on it, and you can like see this house is huge. But here's the thing: I don't remember how many square footage this whole entire place is. He's not finishing the basement. He's like
it's just a hole in the ground.
He's not. It's just all exposed, typical cement basement. He's like, yeah, he's waiting to want to save some money before he finishes the basement.
Obviously.
And Kirk Cousins signed like this crazy lucrative quarterback deal that I don't think he really deserves at all, just like last season. So,
well, they say your finished basement is the most expensive part of the house, so that's where you save the real money.
Maybe he's going to have his own pizza buffet down there.
His own pizza ranch?
Buffet.
Wait. But is it free range pizza or is it
Shocking.
No, just the pizza.
Just pizza.
Is it free range pizza? Because it's a pizza ranch. You raise free range pizza. Oh my gosh! Just keep going.
Bringing it back
Sorry,
to the Flux Legion. If you need assistance, if you are a member and you need assistance getting your Legion specific RSS feed up and running, please let us know because we don't want you missing out on the super things that you're entitled to for being a kick-ass member of the best damn internet community this side of Mos Eisley. We want you to get it. So check that out. Lucas.
Yeah. What?
Did you watch the Star Wars trailer yet?
No. I may have seen some of it, but I'm already going to see the movie. Why do I
haven't watched it proper with like audio. I mean, I've watched it. I mean,
how do you do that? I watched it on my phone.
Yeah, I watched it on my phone. It was like 5 a.m. I didn't want to have the volume up to wake up the house.
Well, go to your television. Go to your computer. Use your damn computer.
My computer is down in the basement.
It's not a podcast machine.
I'd have to shut off the alarm system to the house, otherwise that would go off.
For the basement
and my wife and son were sleeping on the couch because he's been sick. So there wasn't a good option anywhere.
Sounds like you should have been laying in your bed.
There's a motion sensor down here in the basement. So if I walk down the stairs, it's going to go off.
It's so that you can't leave. We all think it's to make sure people can't get in, but it's so that you can't leave. You're actually a prisoner. Do you need help?
No, this is a safe space. I'm okay here.
Okay. Good.
I interrupted you though. You had something you wanted to add to this boisterous bullshit that's taking place right now?
I was just gonna say I don't really need to see the
God.
trailer because I don't need to see the trailer because I know I'm gonna see the movie.
Kiddo woke up already. Son of a bitch.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
So he's sick again. And
hey, if it makes you feel any better, my son has a cough too. It's not croup, but he wakes up in the middle of the night. Last night, he's done this probably 3 or 4 times out of 7
Thank you,
days.
Deuterino. Thank you. You have my support. Lucas is just a jackhole. If you can't do 4K Dolby Atmos, it doesn't exist to him. All right.
I didn't say that. That would get rid of like
do 4K Dolby Atmos, then you're okay.
That's true. That would get rid of so much content that I've listened.
You said it.
I didn't. You said it. You said that I said.
Look at me with my Luigi hat and my new headphones. They're white because I'm a purveyor of awesomeness.
Ceramic gray. I think we already went through that, or maybe it was cement. I don't remember what the actual terminology used was, but it ain't white. Okay. I ain't racist. No, I don't know. I know I'm already going to see the movie, as I said. So why do I need to see a trailer?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't have to know what it's about.
Yeah, I think they do a good job of like you have no idea what the movie's about. You know, like it's so chopped up and like probably a lot of scenes that are cut anyway.
I was gonna say if I don't see it, then I don't have to go. That scene wasn't in the movie. It was in the trailer, though.
But you cannot imagine what robotic Palpatine is like.
Do it. I actually heard that organically from them in a like compilation thing I was listening to. It wasn't just that ridiculously animated thing that I sent you that you know of it from.
We're talking about the Game Grumps for you uncultured swine up there.
Obviously. That's all we ever talk about.
Shall we make people feel better about their lives as we discuss ours?
Yep.
Well, I got the sickness thing going on. We're going to get through that. It's going to be all right.
Sickness.
It's frustrating because he's got the cough and it wakes him up and then he doesn't get sleep and you're just like... But so that's where it is. So yeah, he fell asleep like a rock instantly tonight and my wife just texted me. It was like he woke up crying, didn't know where he was, he had snot everywhere. So she like hosed him in Vicks Vapor Rub and hopefully he goes right back to sleep.
I like when kids don't know where they are because it's like you've barely been anywhere. Where do you think that you are? You've been to like home, the library, and
he's at
the grocery
he's at that
store.
stage right now where he doesn't want to go anywhere. And you're like, Aiden, we're going to go here. No, play. He just wants to stay home and play. That's all he wants to do. He does not want to leave the house at all. He's becoming an indoorsman already at the age of 2.
He knows what's up. He's like, no, all the crap is outside. I want to stay home.
Yeah.
In my jammies.
Right.
He's just like in my jammies. Does a jammy dance.
That's a jamma dance.
Jamma dance.
And sidebar, unrelated to that, we did the swim class last week, and it's really cool when you see them do things, and it just makes you feel like, wow, my kid's awesome for a variety of things. But he like floated on his back by himself, which is like, yeah, like the teacher was
Whoa.
like there, like supporting his neck just in case. But I mean, like he was like just floating, and it's like, oh my god, this is like so friggin' cool. And then like you get to like share in that moment of like applaud them for the success, and like he's scared, but he did something. You want to like acknowledge like that they're brave and what you did was really awesome, and then like they feel really empowered. Like we were at the playground on Sunday, and they have like a little like rock climbing wall thing, with the little hand grippy doodads, like an actual they
Yeah,
have
the
like
rocks or
rock
whatever.
walls. So he's like, do you want to climb up? He wanted like there's this kid that I guess I should tell this story. There's like these kids, these two 4-year-old twins that he was falling around playing with because their dad was there with their younger daughter, and he's not paying attention to these 4-year-olds. So they just like latched themselves onto us and Aiden, and they're
Please
just like
take care
following
of
us
me.
around and talking to us. Look what I can do. Look how fast I can run. Did I run really fast that time? My name's I can't even remember their name. I think it was Jack and
Jimmy and Bimmy.
I'm pretty sure his brother's name was Anders.
Anders.
I'm pretty sure.
Like from Workaholics?
Yeah, exactly. Durs. But so the one was like climbing up the wall, so then Aiden wanted to do it too, but then he was scared because he couldn't do it. And then so I'm just like helping him, and he's doing it. And of course he's like, I'm doing it. And he's just like so like, proud of himself for doing it. But so it's unrelated. There's like this little NASCAR car there that's on a spring. So like the whole Rocky type things that the kids can rock on. So Aiden was in that. Well, these two brothers come along, and the one gets in the car with them, and the one hops on the back. And of course, the other one, all of a sudden, the one's like right on top of Aiden. He's like, bah, bah, bah. I don't feel good today. And he's got like snot, and he's like, wipes it across his face. And you're like, yes, of course, our kid attached himself to the kid that's snotting and coughing everywhere.
Do kids ever really feel good? Are they ever not sick? Like when they're 5 and below? 5 below?
No,
I think
like
they're just perpetually sick all the time.
No, especially since like my son's at this point now where like you'll be watching like one of his cartoons or with him or just hanging out, and all of a sudden he's just like licking all over his hand for whatever reason. So I like we see with them. I'm like all I can see is his hands moving, and then he's like wiping them off on each other because he's been sitting there licking them constantly, and then he like wipes his spit off all over his hands. So he's just like a walking
germ
thing. Yeah. So that's probably why he's sick right now.
Yeah, I know. My kid will sometimes put his hands in his mouth, and I'm just like, dude, I've made a point to try to remember to sanitize his hands when he gets home from school. It's about the best I can do.
And I'm hoping I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh gosh. I'm trying to figure out like when this GM strike is going to be over. So like where it gets better. And I just looked at the headlines, and there was a picketer struck by a car and killed outside a GM plant in Tennessee.
Oh,
that's great. That's great.
Bet you're glad you looked that up.
So maybe one day this is over. It's 8 weeks now, but yeah, that's everything for me, man.
Okay. Well, for me, we went to the orchard, which you also went to the orchard.
I did.
And it was right down. You didn't know this, but you were right down the street.
Well, we were sitting there like, I think we saw some cars further down the road. I guess that must be why those cars are down there.
Yeah. Yep. I didn't know those were so close. We were trying to remember which one we went to last year, because it was kind of a smaller one that doesn't have as much stuff. And we liked that because we just want to go get pumpkins and donuts and stuff.
Do they have donuts there? This one only has donut holes.
Oh,
do they have actual donuts?
I'm glad we didn't go. Yeah, go to Molker. It's way better. The problem is you do still have to wait. Like we had to wait a while to get the stuff, but it was a pretty good Saturday, 1:00. It's prime time for them.
Yeah. I mean, we had 60s this weekend. So, I mean, it was great
outdoor
weather.
Enjoy it while you can. It's almost gone. So we got our pumpkins. And now I'm full, like, I went grocery shopping today. I'm full pumpkin everything, man. Pumpkin spice creamer, pumpkin spice Pop-Tarts, pumpkin spice waffle and pancake mix. Give it all to me. I don't care. Judge me if you will.
Dude, Reno, is your birthday actually today? Like right now, or when is your birthday? I'm confused by the chat in Jam Server. I knew it was coming up. Then I feel like an a-hole if I said your birthday's coming when your birthday's here.
I didn't even send you a present.
Sorry, that was important to interrupt you with that.
It's okay.
Because it's Deuterino.
A listener's birthday. It's fine. It's fine. You want to hear about my pumpkin spice pancakes? Now you don't get any.
What about your pumpkin spice, like taint scrub?
That would be amazing. Kevin wants to know if the show's been beginning for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, because you're still in pre-show.
Basically.
But
Yeah, we just turned the music off.
Lucas doesn't like to change the slides over. I mean,
Oh
he doesn't
God,
like-
I just realized that. Right. It's almost
That's
like
why I said-
it's almost like I'm doing 1,000 things at once. 1,000. I probably could have done it while I wasn't talking and you were introing the show, but that's ridiculous.
Dude, Reno, happy birthday. Well, wait, why the fuck are you spending your birthday watching this? You got so many better things you could be doing.
Well,
I love you though,
maybe
dude,
he
Reno.
doesn't, and you just made him feel bad.
Ouch. Maybe you just made him feel bad, dick.
I'm just saying. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he tried to get all of his friends over for his birthday, and none of them wanted to come.
Okay, Derek.
What does that say about his friends? Doesn't say anything about him.
True.
He probably just wanted to have a good time. Go
you're
bowling.
looking extra lumberjackish today.
Yeah, it's the red polo. It's the well, I'm a lumberjack and that's okay. Okay? So get off it.
So did you cut down a tree at the pumpkin patch?
I wish. No. I wanted to. They wouldn't let me. They said, "Please put down that chainsaw, sir." And I said, "Why? I found it right here." Didn't have a sign on it that says "Do not touch." Anyways, my IRL is already going to be long and this isn't helping. So anyways,
Oh, newsflash.
I'll make you pumpkin spice. I can't help I have things going on in my life. People want to hear about it. So I also had a really long day today. I actually got out for once, but for all the wrong reasons. As I had discussed in Discord, tires for the old car. Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
One of those adult expenses that you're just like, why? Why do cars need tires? Why do we make tires out of a compound that wears away? That doesn't make any sense. They
There
make
was
them purposefully
Episode of some cartoon where the roads were made out of
rubber and the cars were made
rubber.
out of cement.
The roads were all inflatable and then the tires were like concrete.
That makes.
I think it was Terrible Thunder Lizards or maybe Eek the Cat. I don't remember now.
Ooh.
Someone educate me. But it's a thing.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah, here's the sucky part too. I needed two things I can't do myself. Tires, obviously. I don't have the equipment for that. From a
Harbor Freight, it's just a short drive away.
Hey, Harbor Freight, how much is a tire mounting apparatus? And then also the alignment check because I redid the whole front end last year and then never had an alignment done.
Oh, no.
When you redo.
That's not good.
But the tires were already Garbo anyway, so it didn't really matter that much because I knew we were getting new ones soon anyway. So they had to do it. And here's the thing. I don't have a lot of
Did they let you buy
experience.
just the front end tires? Or
No,
did
I
you do
did 4. I went with
Okay.
cheaper tires that I'd never heard of.
Oh, that's right.
Which actually worked out in my favor because they couldn't get those cheap tires in soon enough. You'd think they'd have them on hand at all times, but they couldn't get them in soon enough. So they ended up upgrading me to a different tire for the same price. A tire that was like $15 more per tire.
Oh, that happened to me last time too. My tires, they didn't have them, so they gave me like the next one for the same price.
Oh, they probably just do that to make everyone feel
right.
good.
Dude,
they don't even sell those
she's
ones.
not worth you. She's not obviously good enough for you if that's the case. Screw that girl.
Yeah, anybody who ghosts you, you ghost them. You get your gun. You find where they live.
Whoa.
Your love gun. Sorry, in this culture, I can't make a joke about that. I apologize to the American people.
You're
to
not
all the
callow, okay? You can't talk about this stuff in places.
It's true. It's true. Oh, fact. Sorry. Apology.
You're like, I'm not from this country originally. I don't understand the culture.
Hey, come on, cousin.
Cousin.
Let's go bowling.
You like play dots.
Oh, gosh.
Nico.
Anyways, so
It's me.
here's the fun part. I needed a camber bolt. So they do the toe, right? That's the in-out this way, left to right of your tires. Then they do camber, which is up, down, degrees in or out. So the camber is adjusted by a bolt, and apparently they needed a new bolt or something. It was $80 for this bolt so that they could do the camber.
So was the bolt not there in your car anymore?
I don't know. I didn't really question it because what are you gonna do? Be like, prove it. What
What'd you do? Take it to the same place that did my sensor? Like, whoa, gotta do a wheel bearing too.
Well, I assumed he told me I could do it or I couldn't do it. It would just cause the car to drift. It wouldn't wear the tires. That's what the toe does.
Like drift in the sweet way, like Tokyo Drift?
No, unfortunately not. Although if I could drift a
if
SUV,
that Pathfinder was drifting, I think that'd be pretty sweet.
That would be sweet. No, it's the kind of drift where if you fall asleep at the wheel, you crash into a car and die.
I've watched a lot of live PD lately, so I understand where you're coming from.
Exactly. I don't want to do that. And my wife drives this more than I do, so I really don't want her to do it.
Probably
so I
with
said,
small children in the car.
Exactly. It's always
don't do that.
All of the cars are always filled with mothers and small children. Every car that gets in a car accident. It's always the saddest it could possibly be. And the drunk guy always lives. Anyways, so I said, you know what, just do it. But it's just like, man, it can never be simple. It can never be just like, here's the price, here's what it is, and you're out the door. No.
Right. No, there's always a add-on.
We need to replace this BS spring.
Hey,
right here.
your thermal flange isn't quite up to par.
Isn't
and you
flanging.
see, the thermal flange is spinning counterclockwise. That's going to create your blinker fluid to be off-centered with the
rack and pinion
centrifuge. So
centrifuge.
You gotta make sure that's all balanced.
That's right. Okay. And we have the machines to do that. So
that's right.
Give us $1,000. I also had to go to Harbor Freight. That was another part of the thing of my journey today. That took 2 hours, by the way. I don't know if
subscribe to Twitch Prime.
Kevin, you are wonderful, sir. Thank you. Even though you came in and shat on us immediately.
He looks like
with
Justin Warner, but he's a different man. They're two separate people. They're not the same guy. Kevin.
Well, he sent me that picture of them kissing, so I know they weren't the same guy.
Ooh. Well,
They were only wearing aprons. I'm okay with that. I'm confident in my sexuality. It's whatever.
But where was the guy? I can't think of his name right now, and it's gonna. I can't think of it.
I don't have much to go on here, so I can't really help you. The guy.
It'll come to me. It'll come to me.
How do I unsubscribe? Says Kevin. Anyways, 5 hours later, I had to pick. I finally got an air wrench.
Guy Fieri, damn it! Where was Guy Fieri where they were kissing? Because I feel
Fieri.
like he would be upset that Kevin was stealing his bro.
Ooh, they could do a cute picture of Guy Fieri in the middle, and they're kissing both of his cheeks.
Ooh,
I'd like that.
Hot sauce.
I'd like that. Yeah. So I got an air wrench or impact wrench or whatever, so I can go woo woo in my driveway.
So wait, so you can like practice like
I can play NASCAR.
You're like Pickaroo Man now.
My wife's gonna be like, Lucas, stop taking the tires off. No.
Okay, how much did that thing cost?
$20. So you know it's gonna be great.
So I say, what's the life expectancy? About 2 tires?
Yesterday. It died yesterday when I bought it. 2 tires. See, that's the thing is I need it, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But I need it for a project that I'm doing. So I got that, and I got one of those stupid thingies that break immediately. It's a bolt extractor. You know, I'm going to try to drill into this bolt and it's just going to break immediately.
I know what that's for.
Cheap Chinese steel or whatever. And then I had to get groceries from 2 different locations, man. And then I had to go to the library.
Because one of them was Aldi, right?
Yes, one was Aldi. Then Target pickup.
Because Aldi doesn't have everything. And plus, Aldi's produce is always like so questionable.
Really awful.
It's always so questionable.
Yeah, I went to the one on 28th Street by by the Harbor Freight, and it's slightly better actually. But it was also redone sooner than the one near us.
I mean, here's the thing: like, you can get stuff from the other stores too, and like it's like strawberries or grapes, and you bring them home and they're like moldy. Mm-hmm. It's the darndest thing.
I found them moldy in the store, more than one package. It wasn't like this is somehow got through.
You should return it though, because Aldi has that sweet policy that if you're unsatisfied with a product, you bring it back, they refund you and replace it.
Ooh. I should.
So you should purposely buy all the moldy things.
Yeah, exactly. It's your fault. I keep finding them.
These strawberries are rotten. Well, I don't doubt you. You probably should not eating them all first before you brought them back here.
You return the empty cartons.
I stole that joke. I stole that joke from Waiting, though. It doesn't really count as mine.
I thought it was way too funny for you.
Yeah. Because just imagine Dan saying it, and then it's funny.
Mm.
And it's talking about eating a steak.
With ketchup.
You know. Yeah. Nothing sets off a steak like some ketchup.
Give her a Pepsi. It's her birthday.
Oh my God, you nicely done. I'm sorry,
Yes.
people. This is what we do, though. I mean, we just sit here, we hang out, and we say the stupid shit that we would say.
We've been saying for about 10 years now.
Yeah, I mean, this is why we call it the Hangout Podcast.
It's true.
I mean, that's what it is.
Here's the thing, though. Library trip is good. Do you know why? And I'm glad I waited. I had some overdue stuff to return.
Book.
No, because I picked
Zelda.
up Zelda Link's Awakening.
Link, he'll go to a town.
Oh.
He'll go to save the Princess Zelda.
I thought you were doing Link. Link.
Open your eyes.
Open your wake up, Link.
What's more annoying, that or
hey, listen? I knew you were gonna say it. That'd wake you up. That should be your alarm. That's all I'm saying.
God, no.
Lastly, here's the meat of the story. So
make sure you post on social media how triggered you are by the frame drops and the blurry edges.
I am. I already did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I already said I was going to anyway.
I want you to be as angry posting about that as Caroline is when she misses a UPS or USPS delivery.
Oh, or when I talk about Fire Emblem. Yes, I'm predisposed to be upset about the performance of this game. I will say, I hate Nintendo. Nothing works right on the Switch. All games run at 25 frames per second.
Nintendo don't, you mean?
Exactly. Sega all the way. That's what I'm trying to say. Come back another day. Hey, baby. Catch me outside. Anyways, my... What is happening right now?
I don't know. I'm not even drinking. God.
I know. I am.
I'm just tired, I think.
That's
I need
my problem. More.
Very tired.
So, my car, I am back to working on it finally. And I posted about this in the Discord, the DIY section.
Yeah.
And I finally found out what was wrong with it. So I get down. I got to take all of this apart to get back to... I'm basically redoing the timing belt all over again. So if anybody remembers me talking about it about a year ago, it's just been sitting since then because honestly, having to redo all that was a very daunting task to think about doing, let alone actually start doing. So I finally get it all disassembled, or at least mostly, and I get 2 timing belt covers off, and I look in there. I look at the bottom timing belt cover. It takes a little bit more work, and hence I needed the impact driver for that
to get it to it.
Yeah, because I have to take the harmonic balancer off, which is attached to the crankshaft. Ow, ow, ow. And I use my tools. So once I get that off, I'll be able to take off the last timing belt cover. But I already know what's wrong.
Timing bolt.
Yes, I already know what's wrong. So I look in this last timing bolt down at the bottom because I kind of suspected this is where it was because there were gouges on the back of the timing belt. So that means something must be stuck in between a pulley and the timing belt cover. That really, due to gravity, that can really only happen at the bottom. I heard that. What's going on?
I'm going to investigate.
Okay. Home invasion. So basically that I figured something down there would be what the problem was. So I look at it and there's this idler pulley, and an idler pulley just kind of shapes your belt to go along with the pulleys that actually do anything, that drive the engine. These just kind of, keep things going with the flow. So I'm looking down there. I pull the timing belt cover a little bit so I can see down in there. And sure enough, my idler pulley just snapped off. It was just loose down in there because the bolt that was holding it to the engine block had sheared. So that's why I need the other tool, which is the bolt extractor, to try to get this damn stud out of there, which is going to be horrible. Speaking of studs, I'm a stud. That's me. I apologize for that joke. So once I get that out of there, I have some new studs coming in the mail. Mail order stud. I don't feel comfortable making those jokes. So once I get those installed, I'll be able to put the new pulley, the pulleys from the last time I did the timing belt. Get a new timing belt, put that baby on there, slap it all back together, and hopefully that was the cause of my entire problems with being on the highway and all of a sudden losing power to the engine and all that other stuff. So then I get to garage it. What was the deal? He's back.
My dog's just a dumbass.
Just going crazy and barking at things?
Yeah, people aren't allowed to make any noise outside.
I think what you're supposed to do is this. Asher! Doesn't really work as well.
Asher!
It's not as good.
I'm doing a podcast here. What are you doing?
See,
Cody!
this works better. Cody! Sorry, Josh. Yeah, I just finished basically my explanation. Once I slap it all together, I get to garage it.
Yeah, right? Hey, I just want to say that for people that we impersonate and make fun of, we actually really like you. I mean, we always talk about Donnie and Josh and Kevin.
I don't really impersonate Kevin, though. I just talk about him kissing boys.
Kissing boys. I think actually Coach Mo does the best Kevin Austin impression. Hey, it's wicked awesome. I'm from here, from northeastern United States.
I do say horror, even though he doesn't say horror like that at all.
I like the horror games. Yo, like a beer.
A beer. Go down to my car and drive down to the store.
Yeah. You go to ball game, wicked.
The package, what do they call it? Package shops or whatever.
Live in Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Fuck.
So yeah.
Anywho.
Anyways, that's the end of my IRL. I'm gonna slap it all together, cross my fingers, hope everything works.
Can we burn some donuts? Can we burn some donuts first and then?
I want to make sure that it's okay to like go on the highway before I start flooring it and everything.
Like,
I gotta baby
recreate that scene from like Ferris Bueller's Day Off when the valets have the car and they're like,
as long as it's that one and not the car going off the
take it over the hill, listening to Star Wars in slow mo.
I will. Actually, I was gonna listen to some Outrun synth while I. You know, you gotta listen to some like 80s inspired vaporwave. Take it out on the highway.
Wait, vaporwave? Is that like the stuff I listen to when I smoke with my vaporizer?
It can be. Yeah.
Like when I have my gas mask on, I'm just like,
yeah,
toking up through it.
I totally could see you doing that. I saw it on your gas mask on the back shelf there. It's right there in that.
Yeah, it's back there.
What is that? Just an empty shelf?
Which one?
The one right above your head, or is there a black box there? I can't tell.
Yeah, it's a black box.
What's in the box?
I think a ton of old CDs actually.
I thought you were gonna say a ton of old porn, just VHSs. I don't have.
Nobody has. That was like the first thing to get thrown out when the internet was created. That became obsolete.
Could you imagine somebody who didn't adopt the internet like right away and just walking down the street and all of a sudden they just see this dumpster filled with cardboard boxes? They're like, oh my God. Run to it and they're just sifting through it. It's like their birthday, basically. It's like that kid with the N64 on Christmas. N64! It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Man.
Will do.
All
right. For the sake of show quality, we gotta pare down here because we got that too. We're not even gonna make it to the end. We weren't kidding. Episode 300 is the last episode of this podcast, but at this rate, we're not even gonna make it to episode 300.
That's right.
Because we got a lot here. We got a lot of around the web.
We do.
So thank you. First of all, thank you, community members who wanted to give us. Here's the thing: we should have done around the web years ago because that gets continuous community support. When we were like, "Hey, do you have a question for the show or do you have a comment?" Crickets. Or we say, "Hey, send us a stupid article off the
internet."
Post
a link.
I got 15. Which ones do you want?
It's true.
So
they open their coats and say, "What are you boying?"
Skinny Matt had one that about some Japanese rapper getting stranded in Cleveland.
I read it.
Cleveland
it's actually
sucks.
Like the show. Oh God, Cleveland sucks, but it was Cleveland rocks. Drew Carey.
Freaking knob.
Jeez, sorry. I even watched the show.
Oh, that's it. I've been triggered by your lack of knowledge.
Can't tell if you're triggered or having a stroke.
Paul, what's up, buddy?
Around the web, you made it. Although it's been a trip so far. So
what intrigues you more? Dan Anthony has a story about blood filling a basement, or
that's pretty good.
Some good Iowa man stories. I'm gonna let you pick.
Ooh, how does blood get in a basement? I need to know. Is it like
right.
The Shining? If this sucks.
Well, the other one's gone already.
Oh my God, it's like it never existed.
Yep. All right, this is coming from KTIV, Siouxland's news channel. Blood fills Iowa family's basement. Ooh, warning, this video includes images and something some viewers may find upsetting or disturbing.
Let me guess, is it blood? Is there blood
Paul,
in here?
someone might have already talked about the blood, but those
didn't.
someones weren't us. So you know what?
Right.
First of all, their opinion sucks. Second, our opinion's better. Third, this is our show, so we're going to talk about it anyway. Okay.
Wait a minute. I don't know.
I think that was your O face, wasn't it?
My vinegar strokes.
That's the same face you make, and you're like,
only if I'm trying really hard.
well, when you try really hard, you
I look
kids,
more
so.
angry than anything. Can this be over? Is it supposed to hurt?
Why do I imagine you talking like angry Harrison Ford? I don't know.
Listen, kid.
Get off of my plane.
It ain't that kind of sex.
Hey, good.
That's pretty good.
Kind of movie. I'm working on it.
They're worried about your hair.
They're worried about your hair. I don't know. What sounds like a scene from a horror film in reality for the Lestina
Oh, I'm gonna name my daughter that.
family. Nick Lestina and his family of 7, they must be Catholic, were getting ready to put their house on the market
Hey-o.
until their basement was flooded with animal blood.
Oh,
Their basement was filled with nearly 5 inches of animal blood, fat, and bones as a result of drainage from a meat locker next door.
oh yeah. Who puts their house next to a meat locker?
So for the last 10 years, they lived next to Dahl's meat locker. His neighbors were dumping hog and cattle remains down a floor drain, which is connected to his pipes.
You know, sorry, just a second. You know, when I see DAHL, Dahl's meat locker, all I think of, no, I think of the guns from Borderlands of all things.
Ooh.
But Roald Dahl is a good one.
I don't
too.
hear enough Borderland 3 chatter. I know Pal's
no one's playing it. It's another one of those games. It's like Marvel United Nations 3.
Here's what I've learned right now. In this day and age, okay, unless it's like Destiny or something else, do not buy a game because other people say they will play it with you. Because yes, they might play it with you one time, but then there's another game that's going to come out and they're going to be like, ooh, new game. And they're going to go to that and play that.
Well, the problem with Borderlands...
There's too much coming all the time that people are being pulled in too many directions all the time. And no one, like, unless you're poor like us, and I played Smash Brothers for almost a year now.
Well, that's one of those games where you actually do play it. But the problem with Borderlands 3 is that I've already played it 2 other times.
Oh. Yeah, but this is better.
Oh, well, in that case, let me.
I like Borderlands.
I like Borderlands.
Maybe if we talk about it enough, like Tyler or Russ will
one
buy
of our
it
other sugar daddies will buy it. Just got to do one thing for me.
Russ, I want to play Borderlands 3 with you. I know you don't listen to the podcast, but you like our Facebook posts sometimes.
He would buy you that, but then also tack on that you have to play 7 Days to Die too.
Well, joke's on him. I never can play any games.
It's true. Anyways, Dahl's meat locker.
Iowa. The DNR said the meat processor had been cooperating with the investigation. However, Latina said blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, there's a bunch of blood and grossness in the basement. I mean, I don't even know how you, like...
That's got to stink so bad.
Clean that up, man. You got to, like... How would you? You'd have to... First of all, you'd have to remove it all. But then, like... you'd have to, like, bleach and, like...
Here's what you do. You get a really powerful vacuum.
Do you just set your basement on fire at that point?
I think what you do is you dig a very deep but small in diameter hole and just let it all drain down in there. Then you get that sage out that I was talking about before, and you whisk away the spirits.
And then that makes the house do like the poltergeist thing, right? And like kind of self-combust into itself.
Yeah, exactly. And then it goes down in the hole. You throw the sage down there. You bury it, or you put the sand back or the dirt or whatever.
And then you just buy a tiny house.
And then you put a tiny house over it.
You go on Tiny House Nation. You get a tiny house.
I like it.
Well, we'll never know if the other story was better or not. But Dan, you get double bonus points for sending us 2 articles.
I mean, how likely is that ever to happen?
What, Dan gives us 2 articles?
No.
Or there's blood. What? Deuterino plays 7 Days to Die. Oh my gosh. I love this.
Yes, dude, 7 Days is actually pretty good. I mean, it's janky as hell, but
and Paul says you're right. It's just guns on guns on top of.
I know.
More guns.
How many more? Imagine the next one is just going to be all of the guns they ever made in one game. So
Borderlands 3 is Murica, the game.
I like it.
Guns.
Well, they'll give you guns, but they're going to take your ammo. That's the real problem.
Okay.
You can have all the guns you want.
Skinny Matt says Mr. Weed is having problems. At first, I thought, is that like maybe how, is that like a hydroponic at home kit? You know, like Mr. Beer, you got Mr. Weed, you got your own self-growing hydro system. You got these little seedlings. You get some sweet chronic in about 6 weeks.
They give you LED Christmas lights, some seeds that are dry and shitty and like 3 years old, and some fertilizer.
Well, this comes from Wham! ABC 13.
Ooh, wake me up before you go. Do you think they use that for the morning?
I hope so. Local hemp farmer believes thieves are mistaking his plants for pot. Dale Weed is a farmer and food processor who just this year started growing industrial hemp because of an increasing popularity in the CBD industry.
Can I do the quote?
Yeah.
This is an opportunity for farmers to be able to save the farm and for people to understand the benefits of CBD and CBD accessories. Oh,
can we just bring light to the name that his name is Dale Weed? So he is Mr. Weed.
He is Mr. Weed.
Isn't about Weed's interest in getting involved in the CBD industry. He says for the first time since he started farming, thieves are stealing his crops. He says thieves are targeting his hemp plants and various field crops and have made away tens of thousands of dollars worth.
You feel violated.
There we go. Take it away.
You feel violated, Peggy, that people come here and steal from you when you're trying to help a new industry get started that can help a lot of people. It's alarming, the fact, with no theft in 17 years. And now I'm being robbed every night behind my tool shed. Oh, damn it, boys, whacking.
He's hired guards to watch the fields at night, and his family have been standing guard trying to keep people out. Says he's reported the cases to authorities, and he's seen increased patrols around his fields. Oh, you got another one.
Dare I do it again? All right. We've been trying to hire employees and outside people. My family has spent... I'm losing it.
Yeah,
damn it, Peggy. I can't... Yeah.
Why are you giving damn it, Bobby?
Damn it, Bobby.
You're losing.
My family has spent quite a few nights here watching the property. See, yeah. This isn't anything that he would say. That's the problem.
No.
Spent nights here where I'm sleep deprived. It's a big problem for us.
We gotta do the best quote. So he believes thieves are stealing this plant because they were mistaking it for marijuana when it's not.
God,
it's hemp.
Yes.
It has a similar look and smell. Mr. Weed, what do you have to say about that?
To them, it's worthless. You can smoke a whole telephone pole of this stuff without having any effect. Damn it.
He wants to get the word out that hemp plants can't get people high. Instead, his plants are ideal for producing things like CBD products, clothes, food, and more. He says other farmers have had similar experiences, So don't smoke CBD. It's a waste of time. Don't steal CBD and buy my product. That Mr.
Go to MrWeed.com. I don't sell marijuana, damn it.
Oh,
that's on his business card. I don't sell marijuana, damn it.
Okay, the next article, I'm going to want you to read everything in the styling of Ray Romano, please.
Okay, that might be. Ooh, I don't know if that's easier or more difficult. What, Deborah? Asteroid horror.
Could you sell Michael some hemp and tell him it's
smoking? This is the best shit you'll ever smoke.
He could just look at it and be like, "Nope, get out."
That's clearly a rope.
Oh, no. I can't wake and bake to this.
I will tie a sick boat knot, though.
Have you seen this fisherman's knot? Josh Berboni, the one and only, gives us this article from express.co.uk. If you know it comes from the UK, it's got to be good. Asteroid horror. NASA spots space rock half size of Ben Nevis on dangerous Earth orbit.
I thought you said asteroid whore.
What's Ben Nevis?
Another one? A slightly smaller asteroid?
Oh.
I guess? I don't know.
The asteroid's name is 481394 2006 SF6, and it's set for closest approach to the Earth on November 21st.
These asteroids are pissed off because they're just numbers to us. If they had names, they're in asteroid prison.
I guess I missed the start. NASA's keeping a watchful eye on the mid-November closer approach of a behemoth space rock. It's almost half the size of Ben Nevis and hurtling towards Earth at 18,000 miles per hour.
What if Ben Nevis was a person? Hey, Deborah.
It's a mountain in Scotland.
Oh,
so
I was completely wrong.
We're idiots.
You need to be. You can't compare asteroids to mountains. You got to compare asteroids to asteroids.
Anti-asteroids?
Asteroids, the game?
Sure. It's a 650-meter celestial chunk classified as an Apollo asteroid, the most dangerous class of asteroid, having an Earth-crossing orbit. There's also the chance that it could be nudged much closer by the Yarkovsky effect.
Obviously. I was actually going to mention that.
What is the Yarkovsky effect, you ask? It's where the soft force of sunlight can steer asteroids into Earth-crossing orbits and drastically alter the layout of their paths
across the solar system.
Hi, Lucas, if the moon was made of cheese, would you eat it?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Hey, why are they calling the sun's force soft? Okay.
So, I mean, let's just get down to the brass tacks here. We need Aerosmith and Bruce Willis to go up and blow this thing up, right?
I agree. Aerosmith on a Rocket of Love. They don't want to close their eyes.
No.
They don't want to miss one kiss.
So we've got this thing.
Can I just say really quick, hold on. This article is more images, computer images about the end of the world than it is actual anything else.
They got some sweet pics though. Just to give some context here, asteroids larger than approximately 35 meters across can pose a threat to a town or city. So this thing being 650 meters could pose a serious threat to major populated areas.
When this thing hits the Earth, you're going to see some serious shit.
So they have what's called the Torino Impact Hazard Scale, which was adopted by the IAU in 1999, and it's a tool for categorizing potential Earth impact events. This asteroid has not been ranked on that yet.
I was going to say, which thankfully they tell you that before they go on to explain it, because I read all of this ahead of time, and I was like, this is kind of a long article with absolutely no actual information in it whatsoever. It's like this. It could happen.
So there's likelihood and consequence of potential impact. A 10 on the scale means the collision is certain, capable of causing global climatic catastrophe that may threaten the future civilization as we know it, whether impacting land or ocean. Such events occur on average once per 100,000 years or less often. So I mean, that's a positive that. And then a 1 on the scale means it's just going to pass by. So
let's hope for a 1.
Yeah, I guess let's hope for a 1. I don't really know. When does it say that? Does it say anywhere when they're going to rank this one? Like how close does it have to get? And does it say like when is it going to like come? Like
despite this rock making a close approach to Earth, it is very unlikely that it could threaten our home world. That's at the very end of the article.
Wow. So like all this clickbait. Danger lead up to
this is definitely gonna collide with Earth, probably. No, it isn't.
Just kidding. I mean, that is terrifying to think about it. I mean,
yeah, that shit keeps me up at night. Like, what if we didn't catch the asteroid that's gonna hit the Earth and it's going to hit now?
But how do you catch an asteroid like that?
Dead.
I mean, seriously, let's say like we're gonna have an Armageddon type scenario. What do? We don't have anything that we can just launch up there.
It's true.
We don't have Ultraman. He's not going to just fly up there and dick punch it.
We come together as all of the nations in the Earth. The Earth. We come together as mankind, humanity, because we are all one, and we realize we have like however many nukes we have on this damn Earth, and we launch them all at this damn asteroid, and we blow it to hell.
And then the nuclear winter sets in, and we're living in Fallout.
Well, if we wouldn't be the United States if we didn't act first and then think about the the problems later.
We've got a missile. It's going to be huge.
Here's what you do. You take all your missiles, you put them together, you wrap up some duct tape around it, and you've got one big missile. You shoot that at the asteroid. No more asteroid.
You know what's really pissing me off?
Asteroids.
No, like in the stream, everything looks great. You look great. I look great. But for whatever reason, from my view of you, I'm getting like terrible bit rate, and it's really annoying. I know it's clearly none of our connections because they look fine on your output.
I called Comcast and I said, listen here, Comcast, you give me business internet even though I'm a sole enterprise. And they said,
and what did they?
Fuck
they said, okay.
No, they said, yeah, we'll do that. And then they just charge me money and I just assume I get the best. All right. Forget the rest.
The last one, we had Grouchy Surge did a little sneaky, little sneaky DM sliding.
Ooh,
today and gave me this little article from CBS Sports. A St. Louis high school has canceled the rest of their football season and fired every coach on staff.
Ooh.
After a suspended player wore a different number and participated in the game. So it was Cardinal Ritter College Prep, which was undefeated. 7-0, suspended the rest of their season after junior running back Bill Jackson was found to have played in their season opener, even though he was supposed to be serving a 1-game suspension.
Only a one? Come on.
The running back was given the suspension after being ejected from last year's title game, but the team found a way to disguise Jackson, or so they thought.
They put him in a clown costume.
Oh, instead of his normal number 4, he wore 24. And he went under the name a freshman named Marvin Burks. It was Jackson's tattoos that ended up giving him away.
I knew I shouldn't have got those tattoos of my own name.
So he and the head coach both went along with the lie that the junior didn't play, despite him actually putting up 109 yards on the ground and scoring a 56-yard touchdown.
This is the stupidest idea I've ever heard in my life.
The coach told Post-Dispatch that the imaginary freshman Burks earned the start and that it was his time to play ball.
I just want to reiterate that this wasn't Bill Jackson, but it was Marvin Burks, and I love him.
He put his acting skills to the test, telling the newspaper that watching last week, it wasn't fun at all. It gave me a spark. I really want to come back and play. Wow.
Oh, so what you're saying is you didn't learn a lesson. You just learned that you don't know how to learn your lesson.
So their school president decided to void the entire season, and then the school announced that every person on the coaching staff was permanently released. The coach later made a public comment that a mistake was made. He also said that he did not know Jackson should have been suspended for a game. Bullshit. The coach doesn't know that he was supposed to be suspended for a game, and you disguise his number and give him a fake name just because.
Somebody had to make a jersey.
Yeah. That's kind of my wrongdoing of not knowing the rules, and that he shouldn't have not sat out the jamboree. He should have sat out week 1, so that's what happened. As for the coach's defense of Jackson wearing a different jersey, Gregory said, that's the thing our kids do on the regular basis, you know. They try to change jersey numbers and sometimes don't let us know.
Yeah, sure they do.
This still doesn't explain Jackson being listed as a freshman with a fake name.
Actually, honestly, from what I understand, most people are really connected with their jersey number.
Yeah.
And want to keep it.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, he was a junior. So it's not like it was his senior year and it was his last season, you know? He's got a whole other season in. But now it's all he threw it away. And I don't know what other states are, but like here, if you win 6 games, you're in the playoffs. So,
well, and how does the rest of the team feel about
playoffs? You want to talk about playoffs? Playoffs?
Practice. What do the rest of the team feel about this? Because it's like, do you not feel like we can win the game without him?
Yes, a Philip Mewson apology video. Yes, right. I mean, it's a crummy deal.
There's so many. I applaud them for getting all the coaching staff out of here, because usually this shit gets, swept under the rug, and we're sorry, we won't do it again, and then
nothing happens. Nothing changes. Right.
Get out of my sight.
You're fired.
Here's how it went down.
Well, speaking of nothing happening.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to speak about nothing happening?
Yeah, this is the time where I talk about, because I didn't play anything, and so nothing happened.
What do we call that?
Segment I like to call "What You Playing." That really does. That needs to be like 20 seconds longer to really get me a good feel of that cowbell and the. What is that one from?
Sunset Riders.
Really?
Here's the other one.
Really?
This one's better.
Yeah.
Yahoo! No,
I could see that first one being in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like Turtles in Time, for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you show up at the Bouse or something.
I just don't. I don't feel like I don't get a Western vibe from it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
All I know about Sunset Riders, you got to be that dude with the pink sombrero and the shotgun that just destroys everything.
It's true.
Juan. Is his name Juan?
I don't know, but he's got a shotgun and he knows how to use it.
Cal is very excited that you're playing Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it.
Well, tell me what you are going to talk about.
Okay, I will. You know what? I will mention I am playing Dragon Quest, and the funny thing is I played it for a little bit, and then the title screen, like the end of demo movie that usually plays at the end of demos, kind of played, and so I was like, oh, I think I'm done. And then I realized, I looked up, because there was more to play after that, and I looked it up, and I'm like, there's like 10 hours to this demo.
Like, the demo keeps going?
Oh! I turned into Italian Spider-Man. Yes, I did. And then I was like, I'm never going to play this. No, 10 hours. Like, that's too long.
This is trash. Throw my Switch away.
Why can't games be 2 hours like they used to be? But I want to play it a little bit more, but my first impressions are positive. I really enjoy it. But anyway, let's talk about it. It's good. It's good.
It's good.
So what I have been doing is reading. You talked about it. I got the Court of Owls because there was...
my book is due back again on Friday, and I think I've read 100 pages.
Ooh.
It's just not happening.
Yeah, sometimes when you try to force it, you just kind of have to.
I just don't have time right now. And I'm trying to play Dead Space.
Listen, how many times do you poop a day?
Not enough.
Apparently. You'd be farther along in the book. All right, so I'm not fully done. I've read the first volume. I don't know how many volumes there are, but I started reading this because, one, I haven't read it, obviously, and there's rumors that the new Batman game will be based on the Court of Owls. So
I was at Barnes & Noble, and I think there was like a packaged book of this because it had like an owl mask like bundled in.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. So it can't be too many then. Volumes, I mean. It might only be 2. That's how many were at the library, so I just snagged them. I will say, without spoiling anything, it has an excellent story, and I really appreciate the tone. It has like a darker tone. The art's good. It's a lot of it happens at night, so it's got that real gritty kind of feel to it. And yeah, I like it a lot. A lot. It feels very realistic for what's happening. It kind of almost reminds me of oh gosh, who's the director of the Batman movies? The 3. He did Inception. Why can't I think of his name?
I'm just gonna watch you struggle here.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. It makes for great podcasting material. Gosh, what is his name? I can't remember. Anyways, it reminds me of the original, not the original, but the 3 Batman movies. The last good ones before they started making other ones. So it's like sort of realistic, but not.
I'll give you his first name, Christopher
Nolan.
There you go.
So not time's passed. It doesn't even matter now. But thank you. Sorry.
I'm sorry if your video had bitrate on my side. I would be able to understand you better.
Well, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Yeah, that is very frustrating. But yeah, so I really appreciate it because it doesn't always have to be about Joker. You know what I mean? Just because it's Batman doesn't mean it's always got to be. Is Dick in the cowl yet? Oh, he left and is coming back apparently without telling me. I think he was. I'm done with the first volume, so yeah, he already maintained.
Spoilers.
Yeah, but we won't say why. It wasn't my fault, but yes, he. Well, I didn't know if it was code for something else. You sound like Jabba.
It's the dick in the cowl. Oh
exactly. My gosh. Is a dick in the cowl worth 2 in the bush? Sometimes.
You'll be waiting in the bushes, oh love.
Ooh.
You'll be waiting in the bushes for us.
Woo.
Yeah, you'll be waiting for in the bushes, oh love.
Speaking of Batman, well, DC, I guess. I watched another animated film from DC.
At first, I just saw the first part of this. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
no, why?
I know. So I saw Suicide Squad Hell to Pay at the library. So I figured I'd pick it up. I've heard, I think it was Kevin who said that the DC animated stuff is
Kevin has said
way
that.
better. And so far it's held true. Even the ones that aren't that great, like I didn't think Bad Blood was all that great, but it still was better than Justice League or anything like that.
I've been wanting to watch because they have like a Batman Year One.
Yeah,
they have an animated version of that, and then
Under
what
the
is
Red
the other?
Hood is one of
Yeah,
them.
Under the Red Hood is really good, and then
Ninja Batman or whatever. The worst.
What's the oh gosh, I want to watch the one with the old Batman.
64.
No, where he fights Superman.
I thought you meant like old Batman, like shark repellent spray and all that.
Oh. No, I do want to watch that though too.
God. I know what you're talking about. Because it's based on the Frank Miller comic.
Yeah. Dark Knight Rises or Returns. Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises and also Returns. Yeah. So anyway, Suicide Squad Hell to Pay.
Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
The characters were wait, that was an animated Batman the Animated Show movie. So it's better than the live action Wet Fart, as I call it. It has different characters though. And it doesn't have anything to do with the movie, thank God. Like it's not the same. It wasn't made after the live action and then tried to retell the events or anything. So it's
Well, I mean, Suicide Squad was a thing before Suicide Squad. I mean,
the
it's
movie,
not just
right?
the movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Suicide
exactly. But
Squad
I knew nothing about them, so I don't know where this is placed in the. It was obvious they were already a group, or at least there was a group before this group, and there's a reason why other characters come in. But almost all of them weren't. The only one that was similar was Deadshot, I think. And that's I think that was it. Oh, and Harley Quinn. So sometimes the animation was really weird and it looked fine, but there'll be these long stretches where somebody's talking or explaining some exposition or whatever, and they decide to like freeze frame a little bit, and
freeze frame.
You get these like dead-eyed characters who aren't really reacting to the things that are being said. There's like no emotion or anything, and it happened enough times where I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. It happens like 3 times where it just feels like they forgot to animate anything. And so they're just like, well, let's keep it cheap and just keep it like, it's one of those nitpicky things, but it happened enough that I noticed it. And I was
still
like,
connects it like for a weird decision, you know, and design. And why did they do that? I mean,
it was kind of off-putting, but the rest of it was pretty good. I don't know. I'd give it like a 3 out of 5, probably. Not bad, not great.
Not bad, not great.
I've seen better DC animated films, but
you got it for free, so I mean,
exactly. I can't complain. Actually, all of these films I got for free. Technically, the other movie I watched to continue the horror train is Pet Sematary, the remake. It's all right.
Ooh,
it's all right.
I was interested in this like at an announcement because I do like the original.
If I was comparing it to like it definitely is not as good. I don't know. It's just okay. It's like it suffered from a lower budget or something. There's a lot of places in the movie that feel like they're just sound stages where they set up a set and it's very clear that it's not a real place, especially when they go up on the beyond the woods or whatever.
Who plays the neighbor in that one?
Oh, it's the guy from Third Rock from the Sun. God, I can't remember his name. Can't remember anybody's name. Thank you, John Lithgow. Yeah, everybody did a good job. It was pretty well acted. It's just, I don't know. It just didn't really strike a chord with me. It was just kind of a thing I watched, and I was like, okay. That happened, you know.
So that was the thing.
Yeah, it wasn't overly offensive, but it wasn't like, oh my God, this is great, I'm going to rush out and buy it.
I feel like the original though is like held in still, and it has like a really strong cult following, and it's still held in like a really high regard. So it's kind of hard to.
That's what happens
know.
whenever you remake anything. They're gonna remake Cujo, and everyone will be like, "Oh, the first one was better."
You know what movie I want to watch? Like for whatever reason, I really want to watch The Thing. I don't know why, but I'm really craving some John Carpenter.
Oh yeah,
goodness.
Well, at least that's a good movie. I'm hoping that gets a. I know you can roll your eyes, but I'm hoping that gets a 4K restoration. Like
I don't know.
Like
do you want to see those practical effects in 4K?
I heard I watched it. Well, not recently, but I watched it with Mike a while ago, and I mean, I feel like it held up pretty okay.
Yeah, but were you high
on life? No, I wasn't high. To be clear, I did not inhale.
I need to watch because I don't remember if we ever did or not. I know we talked about it. I need to watch the prequel.
Oh yes, I've watched it. I think we talked about it, but
we talked about it. And then there's of course the board game too.
There's that also that like circa 2003 game, The Thing. Do you remember that? I played it.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I bootlegged it or whatever. So yeah, those were the days. And then lastly, The Midnight Meat Train.
This just is the worst title.
Worst title ever. In fact, it's based on. I don't know if it's based on a book of the same name, but it's based on a book of some sort, which I didn't know. I didn't know anything about this movie. It's a list movie. It's one of those movies that keeps coming up on best horror movies ever, or 30 horror movies you need to see before Halloween. You know, that type of thing. So I keep seeing it. I'm like, all right, I have nothing to lose but time. So I don't know. I saw it and I grabbed it, right? I saw it.
Yeah. I mean,
I saw it. I was close to it. I had my hand. I reached out and I grabbed it. Grabbed it right by the genitals. Bradley Cooper is in this movie. And
when was this made again?
2008.
So what are we talking about in his career? I mean,
the beginning, I'm pretty sure. This was before. When was The Hangover? 2010?
I think so. When was Red Hot American Summer? Or Wet Hot American Summer, I should say.
Red, wet, beautiful. Hangover movie was 2009, so right after. And then yes, the movie is called The Midnight Meat Train. Yes, and many reviews.
Midnight Meat Train to Georgia.
Many reviews had expressed sorrow that it was not what they thought of when they saw Bradley Cooper was in a movie called Midnight Meat Train. He does not get naked, and you don't see man schlong. Unfortunately, I know, I was bummed. There's also a girl in there from things that you've seen, but it's one of those people who you're like, I've seen her in things. I don't know what her name is. So yeah. One problem and one interesting thing. First, what would you like to hear first? Problem or interesting?
Problem.
All of the film grain, all of it. Like take all the film grain this makes The Walking Dead look crystal clear. And I think it's because I watched it on DVD, not realizing it's actually streaming on multiple platforms. Pretty sure it's on Hulu and Amazon Prime and all that stuff. You're probably better off just streaming this, but the DVD compacted with the amount of grain, like it's a ridiculous amount. They took
you're watching a Yui Bowl film.
Yes, called film grain. They took the slider for film grain and they turned it all the way up to 200%. It doesn't go up that high, but they hacked the game to apply it twice. It's so bad. There's just so much of it. Now here's the thing.
I'll give you the basis.
That's
what I do when you talk about weird movies. I look at the pictures of it, and it's always terrifying.
It's not that weird. It's got Bradley Cooper in it. I don't feel that bad for watching it.
And it's got that guy from Euro Trip.
Yeah. He plays all the scary big guys.
Hooligans.
Yeah.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Yes, he was the Juggernaut, wasn't he?
I guess I got to see the gif of the eyeball.
Oh God, yeah, some really bad. I mean, this looks like circa 2002.
Is that the dude that was in Xena? It looks like the one dude.
Which guy?
That was like the guy that the eyeball dude.
Oh, no. He's literally in the movie for a minute. Here's the thing. There's a twist at the end of the movie, and most of this movie is about, it actually has a decent setup. It's about Bradley Cooper, who wants to be an artistic photographer. He wants to be shown in a gallery, and she basically tells him, you're getting things that are bordering on interesting, like the dirt and the grime, but you are retreating before you see the real reaction to everything. So there's a picture of a hobo sleeping next to a businessman on the subway, and they're not touching, they're just on the same bench. And she's like, I want to see what happens when the hobo can, touches this guy, or no, unfortunately, no. Touches this guy or interacts with him, and I want to see the disgust on this businessman's face. I want to see the dirty side of this town or whatever. So he gets a little frustrated, and throughout the course of the movie, he realizes there's a serial killer that works on this train, hence Midnight Meat Train. And he's basically butchering them. He works as a butcher, this guy does. So he decides he's going to, these will be the pictures he takes to get in the gallery. Right. And so there's actually a pretty good motivation for the characters and all that stuff. And then there's a twist toward the end of the movie that I did not see coming at all. Looking back on it, there are a few things that make it like, oh, that's what that was pointing to, but not knowing what you're looking at, you're like, oh, okay, this kind of makes sense. And that helped, I think, kind of elevate it from a so-so movie to like oh, this isn't the best movie I've ever seen, but at least it has a little bit more interesting stuff to do than a serial killer on a train. So, so there's something there to grab onto. Get it? Because Midnight Meat Train,
grabbing onto stuff.
I've made a lot. When you weren't here, I made a bunch of jokes, and I
actually, I was right. That guy in Midnight Meat Train is the dude from Xena. Thank you.
Oh man, I'm really need to catch up on my Xena episode.
Ted Raimi.
How did you remember somebody from Xena? Can we just talk about that for a second?
Ask my wife. This is like a ability I have. I can see someone's face, and I pull some really crappy thing they were ever in. It's what I do.
But this implies that you watched Xena.
I was a teenage boy at one point in my life, so yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Were you shipping Xena and what's her name?
Pretty sure I'm not alone in that. Yeah, and then I wrote my Xena and Gabrielle fan fiction.
Okay? Oh my God, you know her name. Is it because you're on IMDb?
I am on IMDb right now. It helps.
I like to think that you knew her name.
Back me up. Xena, good, bad,
ugly. Those three just go together. Well, yeah, you had you go home. Most kids were going home and they were watching Batman the Animated Series, Spider-Man, and Power Rangers. You were watching the muscle block of Xena, Hercules.
You tell me that Kevin Sorbo wasn't amazing in Hercules. You tell me that.
It's probably the best thing he's ever done. Now he just does Christian films that are bad.
Can't talk about that. See, look at right there. Hey, thank you, Paul.
Oh, the Xena Warrior, yeah.
Lucas back to his. Well, I didn't have a Super Nintendo. There weren't any arcades around me growing up.
She had an impossible to wield weapon. First of all,
Predator disc. Hello.
Yeah, well, Predator was an alien.
Maybe Xena's an alien.
Just a 6-foot lady with big muscles.
She's a lady.
Go. I'm done.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay, well. We had this great idea, my wife and I, to watch like scary movies in October. Hasn't really panned out, but Netflix added some new stuff. And we thought, based on the preview, like this one looks somewhat interesting. It's kind of like this scary movie, scary ghosts. Paul, I'm not going to kick her out of bed. That's for sure.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. Threesome with Xena and China. Do you do it? But like, not the actress, Xena.
No, I don't think I could. China terrifies me.
I don't think you'd be the man in that situation.
No. Anyway, we watched this movie called Eli. And it's not the book of Eli, and it's not the Eli gets his milkshake drunk. Premise is he's this kid that's like sick to the outside world, and it's been for 4 years. Like, unpurified air, sunlight, all this stuff causes him to like break out in like highs and
sounds like
burns, and it's killing him. So his parents are doing whatever they can to fix him. So they take him to this doctor's that's in this lone house out in the middle of nowhere. And then there's ghosts and there's all this stuff going on. And then, are they really making him better? Are they making him worse? Are they going to try to kill him? What's happening? So that's really
it's a
the
movie
plot
about overparenting, basically.
of everything. But I have to say, like, they did some cool things with some of the jump scares, or like the whole, there's something in the background. Camera pans away, the flashlight comes back, it's still there. Flashlight comes back, and then it's moving, or like you see an empty room, and then this body moves. There's some cool stuff like that in this film.
Yes,
but the ending sucked, and the ending was so bad that I hate this movie so much because of the ending. I hated this movie.
Ooh.
It's shitty. Do not watch it. It's not worth it. It sucked.
Would you say it jumped the shark on the ending? Is that kind of the problem? Like it was.
I don't know if
it went beyond belief at that point.
No, it didn't go beyond belief. It just, you're like, really? That's the direction they're taking it? And then like some of the visuals, and then it got super corny. And the girl from Stranger Things is in it, the redhead.
The
Max. She's in it.
Oh, okay.
So
the third girl, I thought, who that just tells you how important she is. I'm like, the girl.
No,
from
it's
Stranger
not Barb. Okay, so first of all,
okay, fourth then. You're
justice for Barb. So don't watch it. I hated it because of the ending. Hated it. It totally just. I wanted my time back. I just wasted time.
I must be broken because when somebody says don't watch it, I'm like, I should probably watch it.
If you want to hear like the ending off the air, I'll tell you.
Okay, and then
and I think it was dumb, but I just didn't like it. Now let's talk about the good thing. Okay. Streaming Dead Space 2.
Yes.
So I've had four playthroughs with it now. 2 on the last weekend and 2 of this past weekend. So I played, I think both times this weekend I played for like 2-hour chunks. So
wow.
It's so much better than the Dead Space. I mean, the puzzle aspects, the whole aspect of adding the gravity gun, essentially.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Giving you the fail safe, like if you run out of ammo, you can even though I'd never do it, but although sometimes one time I threw a wheelchair at a necromorph and it knocked it down, and it was really funny. But there's that kind of gives you a little fail safe. I finally got a suit upgrade, so I have 15 inventory slots now I have 20 in now instead of 15.
Nice.
So that's kind of nice. I don't know. I don't know how much I've been following the story because sometimes I'll read through the text logs, sometimes I skim them, and then I do listen to the audio logs. But just going through the environments and like I said before, the ambiance and the sound and what that editing is going on, that really adds to some freaky stuff.
I don't remember where this comes up in the game, so you may not have seen it yet. So I'm going to ask you some questions to know if you're there yet. Have you met a certain someone who sort of is somewhat responsible for what's happening?
I don't think so yet. So I'll tell you what's happened. So I'm through chapter 9, maybe through chapter 10. So I just got through the Ishimura and I'm back on the space station.
The Citadel,
I guess.
I don't know.
It's what you're on. So there's that politician guy, whatever, I can't remember what his role is, that's kind of pulling some strings back there. I met wannabe Laura Croft that's taking around crazy dude until he turns on her. Don't know yet if he's killed her.
I think the guy I'm thinking of is a scientist.
No, then I haven't met anybody that.
Then I will say no more. I will say no more, fam.
I don't remember what I'm heading towards. I think now, I don't know, but the combat is great. It does a really good job, I think, with pacing with what it throws at you. But now, I'm at the point where I've got a lot of upgrades. I finally bit the bullet, and I've got my 4th weapon now. So I went with the plasma cutter, the Call of Duty gun is what I call it. I think it's the pulse. I think they call it the
battle rifle or whatever.
Battle rifle. I have the line gun because I love the line gun. I just love that it shoots out and just takes the legs off everything that they come at it.
Yeah, that thing's cool.
And then I kind of wanted to get there's the one that's I feel like it's a particle gun. It charges up and it shoots a blast straight out. And I didn't want to get that flamethrower. I didn't want to get the Ripper. So I went with essentially the sniper rifle, the bolt gun, I think. It only has 4 bullets.
But when you start off down something.
So I've upgraded it to it holds 6 now. And yeah, it's it just, if you do stasis and then shoot something a couple times, you're dead. It's it works really
I
nice.
just forgot
so.
you could stasis enemies. I'm always
Yeah,
like, why am I
don't
not using this?
I don't use it enough. I can't remember the hotkey to use your stasis refills though without having to go into inventory. I know
Oh,
Q
yeah.
is to heal, but I can't remember what the stasis one. Yeah, Ellie's her name. That's the NPC. So oddly enough, like I've only died like once or twice in combat. Every time I died, it's been like those weird like hazards you have to navigate just because the controls are kind of wonky sometimes, or like the way you're in the center, you have to navigate by the center of the screen, but you're slightly off center. So it's weird just how you
Yeah.
have to move throughout
Yeah,
objects.
because it's like over the shoulder, like you were saying. Yeah.
Paul says that he's played with only the plasma cutter right now in his playthrough.
I think
and
you
I have to say,
you get an achievement for that, I believe.
the plasma cutter is just like, I don't know, something about the plasma cutter. I just love like the simplicity of vertical or horizontal slicing, and there's something like oddly enough, like when there's enemies like the ones that come out of the wall and they have the tentacles that grow up along the walls.
Mm-hmm.
I get some weird sense of satisfaction from like slicing those off in a certain order, I don't know, which is really macabre, but also it's always great when you have a bunch of creepy crawlies on the floor and you just start smashing the spacebar and stomping, and you're just like fuck. But I did get to see the exploding babies that you talked about.
Yes.
Terrifying, going through that whole school daycare thing. They're like little baby feti that are coming rolling at you with explosive bellies.
Yes, they do.
Terrible. They have horrible sound effects, and it's terrifying. Like the whole sequence when you're in like the gym room and the swarms of enemies come through. But I think by far the best part was going back to the Ishimura, because you have so much like memory from the first game of what took place there. And it's always cool when a sequel recreates an environment from the first game and it's like true to what you remember, like going through the safe rooms, but now everything's kind of like under maintenance and under biohazard control. But then you get to this long black hallway and like shit's going to start to go crazy. And sure enough, it just sends swarms of enemies at you. And then you're like, oh, it looks like all the necromorphs are coming in through medical, but you don't have to go through there. And then the tram breaks down at medical. And then you have to
go through there.
Yeah. So I literally just went through the Ishimura and used the gravity, whatever on that. And I'm back into the, space station just after that, and those little like split flashbacks that Isaac has where the worm comes out, and again it's like, god damn it, those worms freaked you out enough in the game, and then now they just do that this time, because each time I was like shit and I had to get ready to aim like, oh, just a flashback. But yeah, I think I'm at the point in the game now where it's like, the action's really ramped up and they're throwing a lot at you because they feel like you're pretty equipped. But like I haven't had, like, one time I was kind of scarce in ammo, but then I had a store and I was like, oh, I have like 100K credits to burn. Well, let's reload on everything. And then, it wasn't a problem. So really my main issue has been inventory management, the game, and trying to make sure, especially when you have 4 different weapons. So you got those take 4 slots.
And you're picking up those ruby and gold conductors.
Yeah, the conductors, or if you pick up schematics that you want to turn in, those all hog down your inventory. But I'm just really eager to finish it. I'm close. I'm like, I think I've been playing for like 5 hours, 6 hours total. And I think there's like 15 chapters. So
I think it's like a 7-hour game.
So I'm closing in there. So I really like it. It's good. It's really fun.
I'm glad I know you were kind of so on Dead Space, the original, because of the controls and the sameness of it all.
I think it just hasn't aged that great, I mean, that it's a product of its time, and this just feels a little more. And I mean, that could be just an issue with the PC port. Maybe Dead Space is better played on a console.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen a remaster of these 3 games. Honestly,
yeah.
I mean, I know Visceral Games isn't.
I mean, I think that's your problem. I think that's the problem. I mean, yeah, EA owns the rights to it, but it was kind of funny. I saw an article that came out right around this time too that said that Dead Space was born from, was it either Dead Space or Dead Space 2 was constructed from Tiger Woods golf. Like they used the same engine. They used the same engine for the models and stuff. So that's why Isaac was like a playable character in one of the Tiger Woods PGA Tour games.
That's awesome. Suit and everything, or was he out of the suit?
I'm sure he's gonna.
He got to be in the suit. He's gonna be the suit.
Paul asked if we're going to have to wait till next year for Dead Space 3. Well, here's the question, Paul. I feel like Dead Space 3, I got to play it co-op, and that's going to be damn near impossible to line up schedules to stream.
Unless we say like we'll do it every Sunday at 9:00 or something. I
mean,
that.
Yeah, I mean that's true. If we did something like that,
I was gonna say if we make it like if we don't wait to just schedule it as we're free, then we're most never free at the same time.
Yeah.
Never
So
happens by
we'd have to say
happenstance.
every day at this time we're gonna play it, because I would
Yeah.
definitely want to play it co-op and not play it just single player.
I have it. I'm checking to make sure it's on sale every once in a while, so could make it happen.
I mean, I definitely like. I'm a fan of the franchise. I wish I never got to play it. I love the art aesthetic. I like the way the suits look. I think they just have a really cool design.
I've yet to find a game that sounds and looks like this.
Yeah,
one.
it's a shame it's gone. But yeah, like a Dead Space. Like, what if we got like a Dead Space collection, like remastered?
What if we got a Dead Space Resident Evil 2 treatment where it's just a remake, but it's better in every way? Because even that game, like you said, could really use a retooling, so to speak.
I feel like that one. I mean, you did have like NPCs you're working with, but I felt more alone in Dead Space, because I think it's something about just going along. You're just in this ship, because almost the entirety of that game was in the Ishimura, right?
Yeah.
You were in the Ishimura the whole time. And this one, you're on something much bigger, but there's so much more. There's remnants of other people around. There's, you see other. So you see some more survivors.
I still remember the apartments area. Like that place is crazy. Like you were saying, where you walk by and all the people.
Or when you go into that school, and then she's like, "Come here," to that little baby, and then she holds it and hugs it for a bit, and then explodes and gore all over the glass and everything. Oh, I mean, it's been cool. It's been fun playing it. Definitely, like, it stinks. I've been playing, during my son's nap time, so it's in the middle of the day. So you lose that little bit of not playing at night. But still, like, there's been some. I've definitely got hit with a few jump scares and things like that. And then, like, let's face it, by the end of Dead Space 1, you're like, oh, he's going to jump out of that vent. Oh, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You got really predictable. And this, I feel, is a lot more fresh. I mean, there's still times, like, the one point going through Ishimura, and you have to go through a detox or decontamination room. And I was like, pretty sure I'm going to go through decontamination. Swarms of enemies are going to come in, and they do.
Yeah.
So it's things like that, but it's still fun. And I think the main thing I just enjoy, like I've said before, it's just such a much more improved gameplay from the mouse and keyboard is actually viable and versus the last game. And I've tried to play with the controller for like 2 seconds. Like the mouse and keyboard just feels so good for this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's so good. I'm really enjoying it. Can't wait to play through it and say that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I never played them back then. I don't think I was like, I played Resident Evils, but like scary games weren't like something I was like, oh, I'm going to sit down and play a scary game. I can't
think of anything besides Resident Evil that would be scary that you would have played.
Like I had Resident Evil 2 on PlayStation at the time. I was playing it through. I was in like 8th grade when that came out, and it wasn't a game like I'd like to play a ton of, because it would just be freaky to sit in your room at night playing that. So you wouldn't do it. And same thing with this game too. Yeah, it's tense and you're amped up, but I don't know. It's fun though.
It's not a good game to play before you're gonna go to sleep.
No, it's not, but it's really fun. I'm glad I'm doing it. It's just crazy that it's been a year apart. I streamed Dead Space last October, and I'm streaming Dead Space 2 this October. It's crazy. So.
I'm really hoping to get Resident Evil 7 going on the Oculus Rift.
That'd be cool
in 3D. Yeah. I know it works. I know you can do it. So I just have to like sit down and get it functioning, so I don't have to dick with it when I actually want to play.
Paul, thanks for always your support, asking me if I was going to stream it, and you kind of helped motivate me to get on that, because otherwise, I don't know, I probably wouldn't have I probably would have forgot all about this if it hadn't been for your reminder. So I appreciate that, you reaching out and making that happen, because it's been a great journey. Much like this episode has been a great journey.
It has, but like all great journeys, they have to come to an end.
Until the second quest.
Unless you're the band journey, then you can just keep going on forever.
One day love will find you. That is going to do it for this week. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. But a special thanks to all of our patrons, and an even more special thanks to our arbiters of awesomeness, Josh Brown, Kyle Hyman, Tyler Rowland, and Tom Servo, our executor of excellence, Edwin Callow. And please bow before the Crusaders of the Legion, Dan Anthony and Josh Barbone. Dan, we're going to have to make you your own tier yet again. Thank you so much. If you want to join the Flux Legion on Patreon, please check out patreon.com/Fluxtaposed. Playing us out tonight, as we like to feature, we got yet another overclocked remix from the front page. We've got Star Control 2 The Path of Now and Never. It's by Sally and Goathead. I'm not familiar with Star Control. How about you?
I don't think I've played it, but I know what it is. It's like a 4X game. in
Okay, this
space.
was released by Accolade, 1992, MS-DOS. We got one song, Urquan Kazerza, Nebuchadnezzar. You know, it's metal, it's aggressive, it's dark and epic. Gotta love it. So, as always, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching, and please check out Overclock Remix, ocremix.org for more awesome remixes like this. Check out Patreon, check out Safe Space. We'd love to hear you. We'd love to get some feedback. And we will see you latres on the Manjay.
Oh.